Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Rescue Bots podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.
And today we are looking at the 33rd episode of Transformers Rescue Bots, Prescott's Bots.
Yay! It's time for Huxley Prescott.
That's right. First aired April 5th, 2014, written by Zach Atkinson. This is his first Transformers script, but we've already talked about one of his episodes because he did an episode of Robots in Disguise. One of our mini-cons is missing.
Yay!
That's the one with the Quillfire Springload team-up.
Yes. I like mini-cons.
And he will go on to write many other Rescue Bots episodes, as well as a whole lot of Cyberverse.
Oh, yeah! I knew that sounded familiar from some other Transformers context.
Yes. And we open with high-tech maple tapping.
Yes. This is how you know it's Maine. It's got to be extremely Maine.
Oh, yes. I gotta be using advanced technology to make this maple syrup, you know. And Chase is very confused because Cody clearly loves maple syrup, but you refuse carrot soup, and this is clearly just another plant fluid.
You know, plant fluid. Is carrot soup a thing? I'm not convinced carrot soup is a thing.
I've eaten carrot soup.
Weird.
Why? Oh. But it's so fibery. I guess there's...
But you puree the carrots.
I see. I don't know. I feel like at that point it's just like V8. You're just drinking V8.
Well, don't let me tell you about the time I accidentally drank expired V8.
Ugh. I guess they haven't...
Tell?
Well, you see, I could tell because of the giant congealed lump of V8 that slid down my throat without realizing it.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
So you just ate a can of tomato soup. Anyway, let's get off discussing food, if we can.
I've had V8 previously because my parents used to let me have it in exchange for not eating whatever horrible canned vegetable they were trying to put on my plate that night. I'm familiar with the V8.
I think I had it once in my mouth. Disapproved.
The point is, Chase is not familiar with the concept of flavor profiles.
No. And so we cut to a town ceremony where Mayor Lusky has had a gigantic stack of pancakes prepared, complete with an enormous pad of butter.
Yes, which Blades lowers with the scoop claw. He just lowers the giant... Oh, it's so good.
It's a giant stack of giant pancakes. Like, each pancake is like maybe a foot thick.
Yes.
How do you get them that big and fluffy?
I mean, it's possible that, they made them regular size and then, use some sort of invigulating technology to make them gigantic, like Pym particles or something.
Yes, Doc Green has some sort of, like, food hugifier, and he can just, like, use it to make food bigger. Also, the giant pad of butter kind of reminds me of when I was explaining the butter cow at the Ohio State Fair to someone, and they were like, what size is it? I was like, cow-sized? It's the size of a cow.
Butter sculptures are such a weird thing at state fairs.
It is a little weird, but yes, I did really like him lowering it with the scoop claw.
And of course, the town's only journalist, Huxley Prescott, is covering this and hating every minute of it.
Because it's not exciting. He wants exciting news to cover.
That's
which case, I mean, this does seem like a place where there's probably a lot of exciting news, and he's just not in those episodes. Sorry, Huxley. You gotta be more on the ball.
I mean, they could have made it at least a little bit more exciting. Like, have anime characters on the pancakes. Where's Goku's face on a pancake?
We're not paying Goku money for this event.
Just unlicensed knockoff anime character faces on your pancakes. Just to make them, like, more appealing.
Yeah, no, this is Guko.
Dragon Fighter X.
Oh god, there are weird rip-off Dragon Balls cartoons.
Dragon Orb Q.
Yes. There was that knockoff there used to be instructions of online that was like a thing that you pinned it to the ceiling with a string and it flew around, but all the instructions seemed to have been translated with like a medieval English dictionary. So it was something about prithee the seamy side volitician, and it was a lot. Anyway,
this results in the possibly least perilous pre-credits teaser cliffhanger, where
what?
He's falling on the pancakes.
Most delicious disaster.
The mayor slips on this giant pat of butter and falls off this giant stack of pancakes.
No.
I mean, yes, of all the possible, you could die in the opening of this cartoon, like, this would be the best one to go out on? Smothered under pancakes and syrup?
Would you like to die deliciously?
Yes.
Would you like the taste of butter in your mouth as it suffocates you? Yeah, but the bots save him. He ends up with his toupee stuck to his heel like a piece of toilet paper. Yeah. And he says, next time, maybe we'll cut back on the butter.
Aww. I bet Blades was so excited to get to drop off that butter.
Mm-hmm. And hey, he's decided, hey, you know what makes for a good TV show? Robots.
It's true.
So he approaches the chief, and the chief literally says, "Oh, this guy."
Yes, yeah. I love that.
Well, yeah, it's only natural for the police to be distrustful of the press covering what they do.
Yes. So he's, hey, how about, you got these robots, why don't we make a reality show? And the chief is all, no, that's just not a good,
No.
It's not,
that's a terrible idea.
It wouldn't be safe.
Reality shows are the worst.
Yes. Also, these robots are actually secret aliens, and I don't want you to find that out.
Yeah.
But that is not even the highest of my concerns.
Yes. He has many, many concerns, and that's just one among many of them. So, yeah, no reality show, Huxley. Sorry.
Yeah, but hey, we cut back to the firehouse, and Blades is very excited about being on TV.
Yes, he is. He's watched it so much, he wants to be on it.
Has he watched Cops? Is he going to start singing a new thing?
I think probably not.
Spot boys, what are you going to do when they come for you with a parking ticket?
They're going to bust that, they're going to bust, Dr. Morocco, and somehow they're going to, take him out of his, trailer where he's wearing an undershirt.
Oh my god, yes. And he's just going to be, super drunk, and he's going
Dr. Morocco's meth lab?
Yes.
He's going to claim that the opium in his pocket was in those pants when he bought them at the thrift store.
Listen, I've just been drinking a lot of cognac.
My parents have been unreasonably fond of Cops for pretty much the entire airing life of Cops. So I've seen way too many episodes of Cops.
I admit, I'm mostly just familiar with that one X-Files episode that's also an episode of Cops.
Yes!
Oh!
Which is a great X-Files episode.
There was definitely one that I came upon at some point that they were watching that involved someone claiming that the drugs in his pocket had been there when he bought the pants at the thrift store. Also, lots of... And, I'm not ever going to take the police's side in these things, so these people are absolutely welcome to tell the cops whatever they want, but some of these stories were pretty great. Lots of people having drugs just randomly thrown in their car windows when they weren't looking.
Well, considering some recent videos that come out about cops actually doing that shit,
and then
although usually they don't bring their own camera crew.
I'm definitely resisting the urge to go off about how fake reality shows are up to and including how apparently a lot of times with cops, if nothing's going on, they'll just go poke some people who they know are problems just so they can get something. So, yeah.
Anyway,
well, hey, you don't have to talk about how fake reality shows are, because this episode is all about it.
Well, yes.
Yes, it is.
Because, yeah, he's pitching him on Huxley Prescott's bots, and the chief is not into it. But even though Blades really wants to be on TV, but as Chase says, the chief is not fond of looky-loos.
No, he's not.
But hey, Prescott goes right to the top, and even though the mayor initially seems pretty reasonable about this, he then shows him a pretty sick intro, which probably features the mayor very heroically posing in front of the robots.
Yes, it's got a nice little bit of each of the humans with their bot, and then it, like, at the end, the mayor. So he's like, look at how big and important you can be on the TV.
And so now he agrees, and so each robot is assigned like a little drone camera through which Prescott can communicate with them. So obviously they're going to have to, keep it kayfabe all the time.
Yes, which Blades is not very good at, as it turns out.
No.
Poor thing.
And the whole time, Prescott is monitoring this all from his own personal news van, and is just drinking more and more coffee every time we see him.
I love his steadily accumulated pile of crushed coffee cups next to him. That was a nice detail.
I assume there's a cutscene in which he misses an actual emergency because he is desperately pooping.
Or running to the bathroom or something. So he's living his little van down by the river. And
it's entirely possible he lives in this van.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, we haven't seen him in a house so far. We've only ever seen him in the van.
Like that red suit that he owns, that's his only suit of clothing.
At some point,
he's just washing it in the sink.
Yeah.
At some point, I think it's Blades is talking about this and being on broadcast, or no, somebody's talking about being on a TV. We don't want on TV. And Blades says, "What about on cable?"
Yes.
No, only on the hub, which doesn't exist anymore.
Aww.
But it was on cable.
Oh, going back to the beginning of the episode. Okay, so this is maple syrup fall. They're getting the syrup out, and it wasn't a few episodes ago winter. What are the seasons like in Maine? Don't think about it.
Malfunctioning weather machine.
Well, yes, on this island, that
exactly
makes sense.
It's kind of random.
Yes.
It's just whatever the weather dominator has dialed up this week.
Mm-hmm. So, pretty soon, though, Prescott is very disappointed in the lack of peril that we're having here. I mean, we've got a 1 second long chase for running a red light. It is, of course, that same Burt Reynolds looking guy.
Yeah, the shortest Smokey and the Bandit movie ever.
That's right.
And he's just like, yeah, I did it.
Mr. Pettypaws gets chased by a runaway Roomba.
Yes. Well, it's an overly large Roomba. It's like an entire vacuum tank.
Yes. It's like a Roomba shop vac.
Yes.
And Prescott is like, hey, come on, can you make that cat sweat a little?
Cats don't sweat. That's their problem.
Poor Mr. Pettypaws.
Or poor other things.
And then Blades rescues a guy from his capsized boat while trying to come up with his own catchphrase.
Yeah, which
all of
you're
which
not
are
going
nautical?
to be able to have a catchphrase if you're staying in character, Blades. Come on.
That really takes the tune out.
It's very cute, though.
Or, you've been coptered.
He's trying.
Because he insists that every reality star has one, which I guess I don't watch a lot of reality TV. I guess
I don't.
I guess Paris Hilton had That's Hot.
Did I don't know.
Yeah.
Those all feel like really scripted ones if they have a catchphrase.
I feel that some of those Real Housewives definitely have a catchphrase.
Well, I guess the chef ones have catchphrases, but they're more recent stuff.
I'd call that more of a game show, or like a competition show.
I've occasionally had, some of those, the storage wars on in the background.
Oh, those guys definitely have catchphrases.
When I've been doing other things, just because occasionally they'll happen upon, a huge pile of like carded Mego toys or something, and that's kind of cool, but yeah. Also, my father swears that one time he saw them find something in one of those storage things that then later showed up on an episode of Pawn Stars, which is produced by the same people, and he was like, this is very staged. They're just reusing props.
Yeah, so Prescott's very disappointed. At one point, he's just bothering Graham while he does his homework.
Yes, he's just trying to get something done just in his room, and the little drone is just hovering there while Huxley asks him. And
he's all, whoops, almost knocked over my jar of squilch, this extremely dangerous super slime.
Yeah, it looked like it definitely looks like a lava lamp.
Yes, of course, from previous episode, you've been squilched.
Yes. Nice callback.
The most dangerous lava lamp. Well, I guess lava lamps can explode.
Yes.
So, normal lava lamps are dangerous, but they won't create a giant biological disaster blob monster, as far as I know.
So finally, Huxley's all, oh god, I'm just gonna recharge my cameras. So you guys, just do whatever. And indeed, while he's doing that, there is a lion emergency.
Yes. Did we establish previously that, I guess there was that episode with the zoo, because I was gonna say that they have
the lemurs escaped.
Oh yeah, we've seen this lion before. This is the cross-eyed lion.
Entire zoo, but yeah.
Oh right, I forgot about Clarence. Oh.
Yes. At one point, Boulder tried to take him as a pet.
No, yeah.
So another nice callback. Someone has been doing his homework and watching the previous season.
Mm-hmm. So this girl's fallen in. They winch her out, and then the bots act as a robot shield to shield Cade. But the lion turns out just to be interested in licking the maple syrup off Boulder.
Yes.
Which I don't know if lions like sweet stuff. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a cat that liked maple syrup.
I mean, I can't really attest to this because I have a dog that likes carrots, so who knows what likes anything.
Well, yeah, dogs tend to be weird. I mean, I've had cats like bizarre things in the past, but...
I had a cat that liked mayonnaise.
Was it a white cat?
Yes, actually. It was a white cat with a couple little gray spots. So yes, she was just being extremely white, I guess.
So Prescott gets back once this is already done. And he's like, hey, well, why didn't you call me when you were planning this rescue? And the chief has to explain.
We don't plan rescues.
We're not planning this. And he's all, oh, well, maybe you should. So indeed, soon enough, they get a call that the bank has been robbed. And so they've taken an armored car. And all that Blades is also trying to come up with more catchphrases, one of which is, who's your daddy?
What? How old are you, Blades? What have you been watching?
We know he watches a lot of TV.
Yeah.
And also, it's chopping time.
Because he's a chopper. He's trying. He's trying so hard.
Trying so badly.
And they do catch this guy, but it's just the guy who drives the armored truck. He hasn't robbed anything.
No.
Yes.
And so they play back this call, and indeed, it seems that it was Huxley Prescott calling in with a tiger talk boy.
Yeah, somehow they have a... Did he film himself? They find a camera showing him using the
It didn't actually look like that, though. But yeah, basically. He's playing
He's pulling a Kevin McAllister in Home Alone 2. Or, if you prefer, he got the thing from Scream.
Maybe.
Hey, Blades, do you like scary movies?
No.
Do you like movies about newscasters?
No, nobody likes those kind of movies. Although they win awards.
What? Not even Anchorman?
Oh, I guess that's about
I'm sure Blades has probably seen Anchorman.
Well, and, Huxley Prescott is dressed like Ron Burgundy.
Well, yeah. Ron Burgundy is a supervillain? Yeah.
Yeah, so they figure out that, yes, he is, he's behind this, but meanwhile, Huxley has snuck into the firehouse, and he has stolen the squilch.
Which is pretty bad, because he didn't just sneak into the firehouse, he snuck specifically into Graham's room.
Yes.
That's pretty bad, man.
So
Don't do that. That's not cool.
Yeah, he gets to the dam, dumps it in the reservoir, and then nothing happens. So he's all like, "Oh, this whole thing's a bust." So he's all, "Oh, Chief, there's something in the dam here," and the chief is all, now Huxley, we caught you on tape. You're canceled. And Prescott is outraged because this is cancel culture.
Yes.
And he will not stand for it.
It's not right. It's not fair. They're coming for you next.
Just because a man committed the serious crime of prank calling emergency services, he's canceled now.
I mean, if you mean arrested and charged with... I feel like that's probably a felony. Maybe.
That's almost certainly a felony.
Yeah, they take it very seriously.
Well, yeah, and stealing from city employees, dumping into the reservoir.
Well, they don't know about that yet.
Well, they will find out. It's like his list of crimes is growing.
Listen, this is just more cancel culture from the woke rescue bots.
Oh, sorry, my cats are being rambunctious tonight. Guys, come on.
Social justice robots, and they actually do work for the Justice Department. So, and social.
So he drives off. The Squilch isn't doing anything. He doesn't realize that the Squilch is turning into a gigantic blob.
Mm-hmm.
So later he's at the same intersection we were at before. It's the most dangerous intersection in town, and the most unfortunate trucker in town drives right through it. Causes an enormous fire. And he crashes into the trees.
See, if Huxley had been actually, just hanging back and waiting for something big and exciting to happen, something big and exciting would have happened.
It happens on a weekly basis.
Yeah, he calls in, he gets Cade, and the Cade's all, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna type that one up on my invisible typewriter."
Yes. He's not impressed. He specifically calls out, he's like, "Oh, it's another bedtime story, the boy who cried wolf."
Yeah, it's, the boy who cried wolf? Well, this is about the Cade who hung up. Yes. And then he hangs up on it. But thankfully, the chief insists that, even if it's from Huxley Prescott, we probably should look into this. And indeed, there's a raging conflagration.
Oops.
So they head into action. The cameras are taping them. The chief tells them, get your cameras out of here. So they're building a fire break. But pretty soon they run out of water, and they can't get any more from the river because it has all been absorbed by the Squilch.
Good job. So he didn't cause the problem, but he definitely made the problem worse.
Yes, he caused a different problem.
Well, didn't the car crash because it had to swerve around his parked van?
No, he was actually stopped at that red light the way he was supposed to. So he was obeying the rules. This guy is just this truck driver. I don't know how this guy still has a license.
Oh, he's the only
He's
one
constantly having terrible accidents.
It seems like he might be the only person on the island with a truck driving license.
Commercial driver's license?
Yeah.
Oh god, that could be it.
Wow. I'm pretty sure the guy driving the armored vehicle, the armored truck, would have to have a commercial driver's license.
That probably counts as a, he probably, had to, he had to take a day because he was so traumatized by being arrested by robots.
Also that guy probably works off the island. So, he was driving the truck in and out. Whereas the one trucker on the island who has the worst luck.
Apparently there's an episode, I'm looking at this guy's episode page, episode 98, his page quote is, "Why can't Jerry ever transport normal things?"
There's no normal things being transported on this island.
There is no water, but hey, Cody has a bright idea. You know what's mostly water? Tree sap.
Which,
dun dun dun.
I don't know if this would actually work. Please do not attempt to put out a fire with maple syrup.
Yeah, I don't think, before it's refined, it's runnier, I guess, and that might work.
Well, I mean, it's mostly just water at that point with sugar. In it,
all the sugar, I don't think that would be good for the fire, but it's not like it's going to make it that much bigger.
So indeed, they and also they say we don't actually deal with the squelch. They just say to call Doc Green, who is not in this episode, to use his anti-squelch technology.
Yes, patented anti-squelch technology. We will have him deal with that. There's not enough time in the episode to deal with that. We are going to just fight this fire with maple syrup and also sell some toys because he uses that like attachment thing. Yeah.
The energy weapon. But unfortunately, this fire is now reaching the mayor's house. And so Huxley, those robots crapped out on me. But now I am going to be the hero. I dare me to fight this fire with this tiny fire extinguisher, which does not work.
It works very briefly, and then it runs out.
But pretty soon, he has, this fire and Huxley himself have been doused with maple syrup. So we cut back to the firehouse. Blades is sad because, television has betrayed me.
It has lied to him about how real the reality is.
I know. How could TV have ever betrayed me? But Cody's all, well, I think I've got a TV program that you'll enjoy. And it's Huxley Prescott doing, I guess, community service by just cleaning all the maple syrup off the mayor's house.
That whole town has to smell so good. Just so all good. That burnt maple.
Burnt maple's good? Okay.
Yes.
Like maple bacon?
Oh, man.
Good stuff.
Well, maple bacon tastes good, but
so
smells.
Good. I just want to go live there
now. I mean,
now.
of course, it might... Although hopefully, I don't know what squelch smells like, so it might cancel it out.
Yeah.
I assume it just smells kind of chemically, like Nickelodeon gack.
Yeah, I definitely imagine it smelling just exactly like gack. So it's got that sort of faint, chemically smell.
Yes. So it's that, but also a lot of maple.
Yes. Mostly the maple, though. The maple is probably a lot stronger.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the episode. I really enjoyed this one. It's definitely a lighter episode than last week's Creep Fest.
Yes.
Which I enjoyed, mind you, but I kind of need a little break after.
Yeah, that one last episode was a lot. It was really heavy and scary and creepy. But yeah, this was... I do kind of question whether whether unprocessed maple sap is really viscous or like whatever the opposite of like fluid, like runny enough to be able to be sprayed out of a cannon. But I don't know. I guess that's something that I could probably just find some YouTube videos about.
It probably ruined the cannon after use.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nice little down-to-earth episode, kind of. Although, the little reporter who cried wolf.
Heatwave did get to use his toy cannon. So again, he continues to be the one most consistently using his to buy toys feature.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was fun. It made me want pancakes. I do have some maple syrup in the fridge.
Made me want
pancakes.
I have some maple syrup. Tomorrow morning I'm going out for pancakes. I'm going out to get pancakes and bring them back here to eat.
Alright, so I believe that now brings us to David's Tokusatsu Corner.
Oh yes, this week on Gosei Sentai, Die Ranger, Traitor!
Is Cliff Jumper in this episode?
No. Episode 7, the story is starting to pick up. The bad guys are having a meeting in a warehouse and punching a winged angel they have in there.
Okay.
Then an evil archbishop shows up, whose name I didn't catch other than he's an archbishop, which, hey, that kind of runs along with our Patreon episode this week.
No, that's right.
That's true.
But he arrives on, what do you call this, a palanquin? Like with a thing carried by a bunch of guys.
Yes,
the weird face
palanquin.
Or like a litter?
Yeah, something like that.
Called a litter?
That too.
They bring it in, he's pontificating, like he's talking down to the three guys who seem to be in charge, but I guess aren't really in charge. They're just the front-line guys. And then the Archbishop brings in, like, well, I describe him as looking like a samurai warrior, but he's clearly based upon Chinese historical warriors in his outfit, but I don't know what you would call a Chinese warrior outfit. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Iron Face Choryu. It's like, oh, that's kind of a mouthful of a name. He's a new big bad. Like, the old bad guys, like, shoot an energy ball at him. He just deflects it and it destroys a wall. So he's more powerful than the old guys. And he gets sent out to beat up the Rangers. Meanwhile, the Red Ranger is at his parents' grave with his sister. It's like, this is the first mention of sister that I remember. And I don't know if we're going to see her again. But it's just the thing, oh, parents' grave, they're gone, they're presumably dead, they couldn't be alive anywhere, that would never happen.
You can't just have living parents in this kind of story.
Yes. Anyway, cut to some of the other Rangers, the pink and blue are like out shopping, and then a child just lifts in the air and flies away, being abducted by the Monster of the Week. Well, it turns out the Monster of the Week is just this iron-faced Choryu guy, and it's like they have to fight him. They transform. Two of the other Rangers show up. Big fight. He's kicking all their butts because they're throwing their chi powers at him, and he's throwing his own chi powers back at them. The bad guys, the chi powers too, with wind, and he causes an earthquake and all kinds of nonsense. And fun fight. And I didn't drink because my mouth is really dry after recording the last episode.
Red Dragon? Red Dragon Zord?
Sorry, there are no Zords in this episode.
What?
Unfortunately.
Why?
Yeah, I know.
Really skimping on the Zords.
Yeah, it's just Rangers fighting Rangers. Anyway, the iron-faced guy captures 3 of the Rangers, except for Blue, and just skips out and says, come meet me in a rock quarry to fight tomorrow. I'm taking these guys with me. It's like, okay. So Blue reports back to Red and Master Kaku, and the Master Kaku is telling him a story about, oh yeah, I know this guy. 6,000 years ago, there was Rangers, well, he doesn't call them Rangers, Chi warriors who controlled the Zords in the past, and then they fought the Gorma until one of them betrayed him. Oh, it's the Iron Face guy. Because he has like an iron mask thingy, and the subs call him Iron Face Choryu, so I'm sticking to Iron Face because it's easier to remember. And he seems important, because he's not just a regular Monster of the Week, he's a guy wearing a suit of armor. Anyway, where was it? Anyway, he betrayed the other Rangers, and Master Kaku, the way he's telling us, like, oh, you were one of the other guys, weren't they? Although I don't think he actually comes out and says that, but it's pretty clear. It's like, you were one of the other guys who was in charge of the Rangers and the Zords and things. And then Master Kaku locks the Red Ranger in a room, tells the Blue Ranger, keep an eye on him, don't let him out until I come back, because I'm gonna go kick Iron Face's ass. But Red's like, let us out, let us help, and Blue's like, no, we should go help. No, watch the door. It's like, but I have to listen to my master, but we should help. And so Blue gets confused, hears the glass breaking, thinking Red broke out, goes in there, Red knocks him out, locks him in there, and then runs to go help Master Kaku. It's like, shouldn't you have brought Blue with you instead? Whatever. Fine, so Master Kaku has a cool fight with Iron Face, where they're all throwing chi powers around, earthquakes, fire, explosions. But Kaku's kind of getting his butt kicked slowly as the fight goes on, especially after the Red Ranger shows up to try and cut the other Rangers loose, because they're tied to poles. Not crucified, mind you. Just tied to poles.
Okay.
This is not Ultraman, this is Sentai. They tend not to get crucified in Sentai that I know of. That's an Ultraman thing, and Gridman, and occasionally Kamen Rider, I think. Anyway, Red Ranger fight, him and Kaku fight Iron Face. They both get knocked down onto the ground, and Red gets unmorphed. And then as Iron Face is coming in to swing his sword at Red, Kaku says, dude, that's your son. Wait, what?
Oh,
surprise! The dead father isn't dead, and he's 6,000 years old, but in the last 20 years he got married to a woman on Earth and had a kid. Wait, what? Why? And
Sure.
he's dressed in this black armor, so you have a dark father menacing his son with a sword. No hands have been cut off. But that's the end of the episode.
Yet.
Ooh.
A not quite Darth Vader threatening a Red Ranger.
Ow.
So that was kind of interesting. Like, the Darth Vader motif is something that Sentai goes back to over and over and over because it works. Like, you have a guy dressed in black. Not that it's always like a father motif, but like guy dressed in black, looks kind of like Darth Vader, usually has a sword, sometimes is a giant robot. Well, that was in a Metal Heroes show where the guy is a giant robot and has a son, although the son is also evil. Anyway, Darth Vader stuff, fun, traitor, no Zord fights. Sorry. Maybe next time.
No robot.
No
Womp
robot.
womp.
All right. Well, that does it for us for this week, but until next week when we'll be back, you can find us all over the internet. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses. That is at patreon.com/iaconunderground. For this month, David talked us into watching this Dragon Quest movie on Netflix.
It sure is something.
That we ended up having stronger feelings about than expected.
Yes.
That's a fun listen. I might suggest taking the time to actually watch it first, because there's
definite spoilers.
Lots of spoilers. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. It's a Netflix original anime.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah, that's a whole thing. For as little as $1 a month, you can get access to that and all of our previous monthly specials. I know here in the scenic state of Virginia, our theater is going to be opening back up pretty soon, so maybe we'll get to watch some actual movies. That would be exciting to see new movies again.
One of these days, the local theater around me is open, and I'm half considering going to see Godzilla vs. King Kong before it leaves theaters. Maybe. I've gotten both shots, but it hasn't been 2 weeks since I got them.
Yeah, opening is going to coincide pretty closely with me hitting the 2-week mark on my second shot. So maybe I'll go see some Godzilla and some Kong. But yeah, very, very fun stuff over at our Patreon.
All right, so until next time when we blame the gremlins, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen. I love that movie.
There's a man on the wing of the plane. I'm David.